Hi everybody, it's Matrixity from Matrixity Muses. Welcome to my Matrix. I hope you're having a great day today. Today was a scorcher. Was it ever hot in Charleston? And it's cool now, it's evening, cooler rather, and I'm here at the Battery trying to get some of those sea breezes. The boats are going by, lots of boats and tours, and actually boat parties going on over there in the water. So sometimes you might hear some music. Today I want to talk about keeping cool. Usually I do that by drinking water all day long, staying hydrated. But I want to tell you about something I found at World Market. It's not really to keep you hydrated, but just another type of drink that looked very interesting, so I thought I'd try it. So we're going to test it out and see what it's all about today. I've never had it before. So I went to World Market earlier this week, and there was a lady in there at the drink aisle, and she was putting all these things in her basket, little tiny, what looked like mini bottles of soda. I thought it was actually wine at first, but it was not wine, but it was actually soda from the UK, foreign soda. And I am all up for trying new things, and I love World Market because they're always great for having different things, whether it be housewares, clothing, jewelry, and even foods. So she loaded up her basket with about 8 things. These little bottles, and also one big bottle of what looked like a sparkling lemonade. So this is what she had. It was called Fentimans. Can you see that? Fentimans? Fentimans. And it's a gently sparkling elderflower drink from the UK. Well, I didn't realize that's what she was getting, but when I looked at it, I thought, could be interesting, might be good. So she had actually picked up this flavor, and also one that was called pink ginger, in the Fentimans. So after doing a little research about this company, it was actually established in 1905 by Thomas Fentiman. And apparently what had happened was he and a co-worker, they worked together. The co-worker needed some money, so he asked him for a loan. And one of the things that was put up for collateral was the recipe for ginger beer. The loan was never repaid to Mr. Fentiman by his co-worker, so he was left with that recipe. And so he used that recipe and started the business. So he first started out by making just ginger beer in different flavors. And back then, since it was 1905, he was delivering door to door with a cart and a horse. And they were actually delivered in like gray earthen jars. And I have the name for them. They're kind of different. They were called, oh my gosh, what were they called? Oh, gray hens. The jars were called gray hens, and they actually were stamped with a picture of his dog on them. So he started the business that way. The business grew, he got successful. He expanded into other different flavors as far as offering different types of ginger beer. And today, it's a huge company over in the UK, of course. We hadn't heard about it over here. But they have, not only do they still make these same recipes that hadn't changed from 100 years ago, but they've expanded to like other sparkling drinks. They actually have alcoholic drinks like beer, ciders, so the whole gamut. So they are a well-established company over in the UK. So I'm thinking this girl who loaded up with all of these things from the UK must have been from the UK, because she went straight there to that aisle, grabbed up those products, and in addition to this one and the pink ginger, she also got something that was like a sparkling cucumber water. When I looked at it, I thought, these are things that Lady Mary from Downton Abbey would probably be drinking. She and Lady Edith would probably be sitting around on the veranda and drinking, their gently sparkling elderflower water, which is what this is. I've never tried this before, never. So we're going to crack this open and see exactly what this tastes like. Now I'm going to read you something that was on the package as far as what it's supposed to taste like. This is what it says. It's a pale verdant liquid that's sweet on the nose. So I haven't smelled it yet, so we're going to see if it's sweet on the nose. It has a light aroma. It's a delicate floral flavor. So I'm thinking delicate floral. Does it taste like flowers? Am I going to be like drinking liquid flowers? And it's delivered with a clean, full-bodied taste. Okay. So we're going to try it and see what it says. And the other thing that was on this little review was that it was decisively British. So this is really the quintessential British drink when you think about going to the UK. So I guess if you're having your crumpets and tea, if you want a little sparkling something or other, you would have your gently sparkling elderflower water. All right, so let's try this. I have a cup of water, not a cup of water, a cup of ice. So I'm going to put this on some ice and see what it tastes like. Oops. You heard the cracks? It's got a little fizz going on there. It's definitely botanical. It's all natural, and everything on here as far as their fermentation process says that you can only, once you open it, it must be used within 3 days, or after that it's no good. So it's very natural. It's for vegans, actually. It says it on the label too. So it smells kind of floral, kind of citrusy. So here's my cup of ice. So let's gonna try it. Oh, maybe I should have put all in there, or almost all in there, because let's say it's terrible. I don't want to drink it, but we're gonna drink it. Well, it's kind of like sparkling citrusy flowers, almost like you're drinking a little potpourri. Honestly, I would finish this. I think it's pretty good. It's like sparkling flowers. Yeah, sparkling flowers. Yep. It's like I'm definitely drinking flowers. So it actually is refreshing. It's light. It's not heavy. And I can see on a hot day in the UK, is there really a hot day in the UK, or does it rain a lot over there? But if there's a hot day in the UK where people might glisten, this might be a good thing to drink. So I do recommend the Fentiman's Gently Sparkling Elderflower. It's really good. So it's refreshing. It's something different. There it is again. So you can find this at World Market. That's where I found it. And they have a lot of other things too by the same company. So if you want to test it out, I would say head on over to World Market because they have it. So that's one thing that I found there that day. And in a minute, we're going to find about something else. And I'm back. I want to talk a bit more about what you can find at World Market. All the great things are there if you want to have that specialty party. I have finished my sparkling elderflower soda. It was good. I definitely get it again, as well as trying out the pink ginger. That one I would also get as well. But I remember when Downton Abbey was actually on television, World Market was my headquarters for everything. They sold the World Market, the Downton Abbey teas, the Downton Abbey cookies. They had the Downton Abbey wines. And usually what I was doing at that time was every Sunday night when the show came on, I had a little mini Downton Abbey party, dinner party or tea party at my house. I would invite some of my friends over, and we would have scones and tea, and we'd have Downton Abbey food and Downton Abbey wine, and we just had a grand old time. And we dressed up. Sometimes we were in our pajamas, but sometimes we dressed up with our hats on, and we had a great time. So World Market kept us supplied in everything that we needed. The same was true for The Walking Dead. Now, I didn't have any Walking Dead parties, but I did purchase Walking Dead wines from World Market because they had them. And if you did not know this, the Walking Dead wine labels come to life. There's a special app that you would use and focus on that wine label with the app, and then the zombies on the app start walking and talking to you. It's the coolest thing. There is also a oh gosh, I forgot the name of the wine, but I've bought it also. But the prisoner wines is a series of prisoner wines, and their labels also come to life. And the prisoners will tell you their story, what happened to them, how they got in jail, and how they died. So it's amazing. That special app works on the prisoner wines as well as the Walking Dead. So they have everything that you need as far as trying to have a specialty party. Now, the same thing was true for Game of Thrones. Now, I just watched Game of Thrones. I was behind and caught up. So I haven't seen the last season, but they also had Game of Thrones wines there. So when I wanted to watch the show, I could get into the whole spirit of everything by getting the wine. So when you need things for specialty parties, I always go to World Market because they have everything. And I've been very happy with everything that I've ever bought from them. And when Christmas comes, you know, all the specialty things coming from foreign lands, oh my gosh, I'm in seventh heaven with them. But if you ever need anything, as far as, specialty items for parties and really to make it special, so you can be the hostess with the mostest, and I was with my Downton Abbey parties, World Market, they have everything you could possibly need. So I highly recommend World Market, checking them out, checking out the drink section, because, you may not want alcoholic products, which is fine, but they have plenty of non-alcoholic things as well. All the exotic foods you could possibly want to make that event special. So it was great. And I remember Christmas before last, my daughter gave me a box from the UK. You might have seen them online. Maybe they're talking about like crates with different foods from foreign countries. Well, I got one from the UK. She knows I love everything UK. So I got one from the UK, and it had some really, really neat things in it. Of course, it had tea. I'm still drinking that tea, along with all my Downton Abbey teas, because once you buy a box of tea, trust me, there's a lot of tea in that box. So I still have that, but everything else is gone. We tried the HP sauce, which is kind of like our steak sauce, but really different, but it was good. My jar of Marmite, that thing, very, very salty, but I did use it for sauces and soups. Just a teaspoon would add so much flavor and richness and thickness to soups. So the Marmite was really good. I'd buy that in a heartbeat again. There were some interesting candy bars in there, which were different. Some were good, some were not. One was really strange. I can't remember what it was. And there were also lots of tea biscuits. And by tea biscuits, we would call them cookies in America, because some of them have chocolate on them, but we would call them cookies, but they were over there, they're biscuits. But there were several biscuits in there, and they were all excellent. So I was very pleased with that Christmas gift. And that year they had them from different countries, from the UK, from Japan, some other places as well. But I was very pleased with the one I got from the UK. And I just wanted to look around the other day when I was in there, and I saw to see if maybe I could get some of the same products I had in the box, and they were all there, individually sold now on the shelves. But everything was there that was in that box. So it's a grand place. If you haven't had a trip to the World Market in your area, go, because it really isn't like an excursion. It's like a trip and an excursion to go to the World Market, because they have so many interesting things to look at and buy and see. And foreign countries, it's like bringing that culture to us where we can't get it here in America. So it's always a great thing. And of course, me, I'm all about foreign cultures, and really interested in that, because I am a anthropology major. So that is just right up my alley. Anyway, that is it. Try some of the Elderflower sparkling soda. It's really good. Check out World Market, and I'll see you later, alligator. Bye.